I don't know what to say. I don't have an opening. I should bring this closer to my mouth. Or not, I don't know. What's up, guys? Vflight here. What's that? I don't know. I don't do gangster stuff. I'm not that gangster. Let's see. 今日は僕のライブ配信が Observer School I don't know if that is actually working or not, but yeah. You have some time this week to look over another Valorant VOD of mine. I dropped my pasta everywhere. You dropped your pasta everywhere. Hi, Capitano. I reviewed yours last week or so ago, but nonetheless, thank you. I bought this jacket a long time ago, and I'm wearing it now because Team Liquid won in the LCS today in their playoffs match. So I stand Team Liquid. Let's go Liquid. I'm not a hype man. To be honest, I have no bias between teams, and that is one of my lessons as an observer, actually. It's good to be a fan of a team or an org. That's fine. It's completely fine. It's understandable. You like a team and you hate another team. That's fine. But try not to be biased. Don't be too biased when you're observing, because it will show, just like how it will show when casters are biased. Some casters aren't biased aren't intentionally biased, but there are casters who definitely are biased, and that's not good. Same thing with observing. You can't be biased because your friend is playing on stream. If they're getting crapped on, if anything, do them a favor and don't watch them die. But if they're doing good, watch them. But don't watch them 100%. You have to show the other team and such, yada yada. Yeah, you're welcome for the feedback. But anyways, today we are doing Observer School. Welcome to Vflight's Observer School. I should just call this Flight School. The Observer Flight School. No, that's probably... Flight School is probably taken by someone, I don't know. But before we get started, this little guy right here, his name is Vflight. I'm very original with my naming. He's my first plushie that I won from a crane machine ever in my life. Actually, no, that's wrong. It's my first plushie that I've gotten from a crane machine to prove my wife that I'm actually good at crane machines. Or decent. Gotta make sure he's not lazing within the composition. Anyways, she's watching me, isn't she? I see her laughing over there. But Observer Dojo. Oh, that's actually not a bad name if I was weeb enough, which I kinda am. Flight School 96. Okay. I should make this intro really as quick as I can because I am recording this and I should put this on YouTube. If it gets laggy at some point, tell me, because I am recording at the same time. I do have a 3080 on me, a 3080 Ti, but I don't know if I might have done my settings wrong. Nonetheless, intro again. Observer School. Welcome. Today we are reviewing Mith. Not the TSM streamer, but another person named Mith, or goes by Mith. We'll be reviewing their VOD of what seems to be, what is the name of this? The 303 Esports versus Team Volpid Valorant Premier match. It is a $1,500 prize pool. They're in season 2 right now, so not bad. This was broadcasted 6 days ago, and you didn't see that. In the Google form that I posted in the Observer channel some time ago, I should probably post on Twitter, see what I get. Mith wants to learn, wants some guidance as an introduction to Valorant, and wants to learn some good fundamentals. So I won't be as harsh as I was in my last VOD review. I hope it can be a habit to be a little more harsh. Sorry, Cap. So nonetheless, I did DM them to see if they want to be in a Discord call with me, but they have not responded, so I'll just send them the VOD later. With that aside, let's get into it. Alright, here's the Twitch VOD. They said they want to do the first map. I kind of want to like see the graphics package, so I kind of want to see the graphics package. Let's go for the graphics package. Like, I'm curious. Like the stingers and all that.
That you really want to highlight for Icebox, any agents that you really want to see, or any weapon configurations? I'm really looking agents art.
Sorry, I come from art school, so I'm looking at this design, and well, the logos are on the left. There's nothing in the middle, and there seems to be a box here on the right. It's just a lot of empty space that could be filled up right here. But anyways, there was a transition. Sorry. Oh, I like that. I like that stinger. Oh. Ooh, I like this overlay. It's a little overlay where the circles are just transparent PNGs. So, and they hover right over the locked-in players. Same thing with this side, but this one's a little more off to the left. So, there's that. But nonetheless, I like the overlays. Like, I like it, like how it's designed. Can be there's a little thing here where it's like covering the names. So this needs to be brought down a little more. Sorry. This is me being an art student. I should skip this and get straight into the game. Oh, I should turn off the music. Alright. Okay, it's game 1. It's round 1 of the first game. Typically, it was like the first game of the day. I don't expect much from most people because you're probably just warming up and observing, because we have no real way of warming up or like waking up unless you get like some ritual, like morning ritual or something like that. But when every round starts, you should hold tab and look at the buys, look at the money, look at what equipment they bought, essentially. Abilities, you can't see that from the tab screen, sadly, but these things over here, like right above their heads, it shows their inventory, their whole inventory, so you could see, except for like if they had a second gun, but if you see like their abilities are highlighted white, then that means they have bought that ability or they have it ready to use. So there's that. So look at the scoreboard, see what they have, and kind of deduct what's gonna happen in this round. It's pistol round, so anything could happen. It could be crazy. It could end within the first 10 seconds. Who knows? Or it could take the whole round and they go from like A to B plans and hold for a post plant, you know? Now then. Round 1. Fight. Sorry, that's copyright maybe. I don't know. Is that? I don't know.
There is a difference between the two.
Yes, it's very true. Everybody does
Alright.
have to remember that.
We are on the defenders. I'm guessing you are solo observing. I believe I should specify that in the form more often, like instead of like solo. Okay. So when it comes to solo observing Valorant, you should start using instead of like going straight from yeah, instead of going straight from the player POV to a free cam, which is what you did here, I'm assuming. You press V, which is the default key, and then went into free cam. This looks weird to a lot of people. It's fine if you do it in solo because you don't have a second observer to do it, but it looks weird because you're jumping out of their head. And if they're staying still, it looks like you're inside their head, and that's not good. That visually is not good, especially for the game devs. The game devs don't want you to be looking inside the 3D models. I have some game dev experience, and I definitely do agree. I don't want you to be seeing what works behind, because it could be spaghetti code for all you know. Well, anyways, there is a hotkey setup. I forget what the default was, but in your menus, you can, in the options, you can look up what your hotkey is. It's like shift and then a player number, and then you'll cut to a preset camera angle that's set for every map. Almost all the maps have their own preset camera angles and camera views, set by Prius and Sapphire. I think mostly Prius, and some that are kind of weird looking, so I'm going to blame him on some of those, but if you come up on someone's butt, if you snap to someone's butts, that's not your fault or Prius's and Sapphire's fault. That's more the game devs' faults, because they haven't fixed that bug yet. What the fuck is that observer? Well, you see, Mr. Milkman Lorne, an observer is a Giga Chad that can 1v9 in a League of Legends game and win, and still see everything in the game and broadcast it to the people. I'm not going to explain an observer to you, Lorne. You already know what it is. You're an observer. You literally work in the LCS, even on tag board too.
And just to make sure everybody does.
Alright, I should be more professional still, but this is a VOD for someone, and I'm recording it for others to see as well.
They are on.
So right now you're in free cam. I hope you have Icebox controller equipped. No, not equipped. Plugged in. I see a mistake already. I'm not going to comment on your free cam. That is like a whole different thing. Today we're going to be looking at your POV switching. So, the round just started, and we don't know how the players are going to play. We can look at the VODs and see what they do all the time, but traditionally, it's easier to look at the attackers first. To watch the attackers first, because they're the ones that are going to be making the plays, the initial plays, because they have to bring that little triangle pyramid thing to either A, B, and if you're in Haven, C, and plant it. That's it. That's pretty much why you have to watch attackers first, at least, for the first round, if anything. It's not a set in stone thing, but it's easier to do. It's easier to catch more action that way, because they're the ones who have to do stuff. Defenders can just camp. And right now, if you look at your mini-map, you should be looking at your mini-map, because these two are about to meet this one, and they're already rushing. She's dead. That could have been avoided. You could have at least gotten the killing perspective from either the Jets or the Sage. Again, it would have been hard if you went to these and missed this kill. You still technically got the action. You got the kills. You got a kill on screen. But we preferably want to get the killer perspective. It sounds horrible now I say it out loud, but still. But remember, it's fine if you get the victim's perspective. Wow. What's a different word I could use that's not like killer and victim? A and B. No, that doesn't make too much sense, but you get what I mean. Try to you probably like know this already, but most observers, POV observers, just look at the mini-map about 50% of the time, or even more. And they try to deduct how the game will be after that.
And it's
should
back out.
probably like shrink chat because you guys are like huge, literally. I'm sorry. Yeah.
As they already give up sight. It's a plant.
We're still watching defenders right now. You'll be better off watching the attackers right now because they are planting.
All of it is
Well,
going
they
to
just
the
planted.
side of Volpid. Let's see if they can make it
No.
work, but again, the wall's
No.
gonna go up.
Okay. Right now, I'm guessing you're still, from what you told me, you still need to learn. You want to learn the fundamentals. So right now, as a solo observer, don't go into free cam. Don't go free cam unless you're doing it between rounds, like during buy phase. During the game, try not to go free cam. Just practice on the POVs. Right now you chose a good angle. You chose a good couple that might fight. But right now it would be better if we were to stay on the Yoru, or you watch the Jet right here and see how they're going to fight. See if the Jet's going to bang or the Yoru's going to bang or whatever. Those are poor choice of words, but you get it.
At least the
You should stay on that.
ball goes up, but not
Doesn't matter if you miss a kill or not. It would have been less jarring to our eyes.
before Balooz gets a shot on Yoshi. Eshwan also gets one on Shoker.
And it's good that you're watching defenders right now because they have to retake the site. There's a easy story to follow during the rounds. You go for attacker first because they have to plant. And then once they plant, you go to defenders because they have to retake the site and defuse. Obviously, there's going to be switching between teams here and there, but majority of the time, for me at least, I would stick to attackers most of the time because they have to plant. And once the plant has dropped, once the bomb has dropped, you take the defender's perspective.
a little bit low.
Because now the defenders have to do something.
Or they have to start moving in. A lot of question marks. They do straight through the wall to go. Blackheart finds one. He's gonna find a little bit more. Pixels all the way
Nice.
out. Or
That's fine.
with the straight up right click.
No,
is able to find a kill. Sting
shame.
finishes it off. He's found out into a 2-on-2. Straight through the wall they go. Balloons gets one. Balloons falls. Down to the 1-on-1, but the defuse has been made. And that is going to be
Alright, yeah. First thing, yeah. I know I just said it, but still, once you see the VOD, once you see this recording, practice more on POV. Don't go to free cam for a while. Just like practice that. Unless you start doing the preset cam things, and that will be easier because you'll be automatically put into free cam once you snap to a preset camera angle.
complete win.
But
for the
I would
side of
recommend
Volpid.
if you're new, just practice POVs for now.
Amazing play on the defensive side. Volpid take first round.
And that's weird. Okay, another thing.
For the side of
So you're watching the death animation, the finisher animation. That's great.
That's an amazing
And now you swap to a Reyna,
play
just
on
to
the
go free cam
defensive
again.
side. Volpid take first.
Don't do that. If you're already on screen, you're better off just like free camming rest of the area that you're already at. So right here, you should just be flying slowly around the B site right now, or wherever you want to be, starting from this position, not snap to another area, unless you're doing the whole free cam, the preset camera thing again. Because it looks weird, because we're going from a perspective to jumping out of their head to a free cam. That just looks weird, and that's usually a no-no from me.
the win for the side of Volpid and a
Yeah, that's an amazing play on the defensive side.
Now then, this is only the second
First
round.
and they take first
Shift
quite
1.
well.
Yeah,
Smart.
it's shift 1.
The smoke
Shift 1 or whatever number.
or
I have mine set to like
ninja, and you don't
right
actually
alt,
see
I
that
think.
throughout
That's
Valorant
mine,
pattern
but
things on
default
point,
is
and
shift
everybody
plus
from the
player
other
number.
side gets the spike, but when you get shot up close, it's
Now then,
difficult
you have to keep looking at the buys. I know you're flying around.
there.
I know you're flying around and trying to make it look good. But sometimes the best way to do it, if you're doing it solo, just fly high up into the sky. Just like, I'm going to draw you a picture. Here is the picture. Here's a palm tree. That I went to art school, people. Yeah. And this is... Your camera can just go from here. This is your camera. Up. Wow, art. Modern art people. To a higher point of view. And just fly around. You could just go straight. Because most of the time, people are just looking at the scoreboard. We're looking at the scoreboard right here. We don't need to actually look at the pretty stuff around the map. Remember to look at the buys, look at what they have, and try to deduct who is going to win this round. And right now, within the last seconds, the blue team is going to win, well, should win, because they have Spectres, a Sheriff, and a Marshal, compared to a Marshal, 3 Sheriffs, and a Classic. Blue team is more likely to win in this case. They can still lose, but they're more likely to win. So you should try to tell that kind of story. Or try to watch out from their positions. Watch where they're positioned and get their perspectives, because they're more likely to get the kill in a sense. Yeah, I know, right? I'm drawing Breeze. You use your stream deck for Valorant observing? I'm sorry, okay. I don't like using stream decks for observing. I get why people use it, it's nice. But if the stream deck glitches out, you're gonna be questioning what the heck is going on. And you're going to drop your pasta. I don't like it. I personally don't use it. I like the tried and true keyboard. Look at how nice it is. If you use Stream Deck, that's fine for you. I use other things like a Razer Tartarus kind of hand pad thing. The tools you use don't matter. If it works for you, it works. But make sure that it's not gonna bug or glitch on you, because the Stream Deck does bug and glitch every now and then. Rarely, but it does. And when you're going on LAN productions, sometimes you might not be able to use your Stream Deck or other equipment. You'll probably have to go for the old way of the mouse and keyboard. Well, you can always change the hotkeys and get used to it, because that's how I am. But again, my opinion. How you do it is up to you. Now then, you're watching Defender. That's fine, right now. But, damn, okay. No. That, you cut off at the wrong point. No, okay. I get you're watching the Actually, why are you even on the Reyna right now? I'm sorry, but... Okay. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. Jet is being aggressive. This is fine. The Jet being aggressive. Watch the aggressive defender. That's great. See if they live or die or get a kill. It's fine. This is good information. She got revealed. She had to hold back. Now, looking at what she's looking at right now, she's about to peek these two, at least. This one is behind. This one is behind a giant wall, so most likely not gonna see her. Not gonna see the stage. What is the Reyna looking at? The Reyna is looking at a wall. She's looking at this wall right here. And one thing that observers do need, that should be like pro gamer level, is game sense. You don't actually have to be a pro, but you should know the maps and know the game. I struggle with Icebox. I don't really like observing Icebox that much, but I do know the layout of A and B, and a little bit of this kitchen area. But that's it. And right now, the Reyna is looking at this wall right here. She's not gonna see anything. She might see this little thing, maybe. Yeah, that's it. That's all she's gonna see. the Jet is gonna see something. She sees something, and you swap off her as she gets a kill.
Opening shot from the Sheriff going ahead.
Yes, you got the kill on the Reyna, but how you swapped it was unfortunate.
Making the marshal, I should say.
Yeah, you've never been to land, that's fine. But you do get a chance. They might not
Make it
use
two,
your
and
equipment.
Spectres
You
doing
might not
some
be able
work
to use
all
your
around
equipment.
one. Of course, this is almost like
Alright.
a bonus round over to the
Another fundamental,
side
which you're
of
already
the
on,
Seeker, though.
but something that most people should at least learn, because some people don't follow it, and it sucks. There's a 1 versus X amount of people. Who should you watch? You should be watching the 1. That is not an arrow. You should be watching the 1. Which is what you're doing right now. Keep your hand off the keyboard. Keep your hand off your tools. You watch this person either clutch it up or die.
Maybe looking for a third. Cannot get the third. Not off.
And right now, they're doing pretty good. That's good. This is fine. It's unfortunate that they died, but you know what? It was kind of hype. We were watching them nearly clutching it out.
Pretty much your standard Valorant opening 3 rounds, right? This next one.
And that's only round 2.
Looking at it possibly going the way of.
It's a risk reward. It's a high risk, high reward. And you know what? It's better to take this risk.
We did see Sinker really have
Because
a nice little
there's also
player
the other risk of going for the X amount of people. You have to figure out which one of them is going to get the kill. And if they're grouped up like that, you might not know how they're going. You might not know who's going to get the kill, who is going to actually get it. So it's better to get some action, even if it's from the death perspective, than no action at all because you chose the wrong one and they just died on the other side of the wall and you saw nothing.
would have made it much worse.
There's also many great examples of watching the 1 and the 1vx, where it's super clutch. There's like this one CSGO moment, I've already explained the last VOD, but it's pretty good. It's like amazing.
But again, because you knocked out Blues and Smart in there.
Alright, again, we should be on attackers right now. Or seeing who's aggressive. Like right now, this is good. That's unfortunate because that was a 50-50 in a sense.
But again, because you knocked out Blues.
See who's aggressive, watch who's aggressive, or if no one's being aggressive, pick the attackers. You're a little it's a little unfortunate for you because it was kind of a 50-50.
On this A side push, it looks like
Yeah, it was a 50-50 because these two could have swung out further and peek the Reyna instead of the Jet.
they are going
But
quite strong, and yeah, they
that's
open
hard.
Seeker
It's flipping.
finds
It's
the
literally flipping a coin right there.
They
Good,
are
you're on
calling
attackers.
both Sheriff and Jet. That combination is dangerous, but not when it's 6 feet under. There goes the Jet. Choker.
All right, the setup, good.
It's out, but no shots just yet. Not playing. But no dice.
Watching the plant would be nice.
Down.
Right here.
Goes the offense.
It would be nice, but it's not needed. Ooh, okay, this is a good perspective right now. That's not good. No, no. You should not have been on the free cam right there. You should have swapped two defenders right there.
That works for them. That's going to be a very, very nice play. Coming out of the side of Volpin, they turn into a team on T-Roll very low. So Spartan.
You can stay on this if you want, and that's fine. So that was a 1vx, but it was quick. It was gonna end fast. If you get to the Yoru, you'll just get like the death animation. Which, you know, is fine still. In this case, it's fine. Because we still see them die in a sense. And not around the wall.
Cal Yoon is able to finish it. That is going to be the 3 opening rounds. Going the way of Volpin and A. They're going to select their rightful weapons.
Alright,
And
now then.
Come back and just take site. They refuse to.
Buys, economy, abilities. What do they have? What do they have? The ultimates? Yes, there's 2 that have their ultimates. Their inventory, rifles, and a pistol. But the Jet has her ult, so she is gonna ult. She's gonna ult and buy an op next round because of the amount of money she has right now. The red team is gonna die. The red team should lose this in terms of weaponry, but it is a small chance that they can still win. Let's see. Also, note for new people, you don't need to free cam to swap between teams in this game, like you do in Overwatch. Oh yeah, another thing. That does bring up a good point. In Overwatch, it's kind of bad to swap between teams, do a hard swap between teams. Like, you go from the blue stage to the red stage. That's a no-no in Overwatch, because they have the same model, in a sense. Here, it doesn't matter. Because, yeah, it doesn't really matter here too much. In Overwatch, it does because, well, it's kind of like looking at the same thing and seeing them teleport to the other side. You don't have to free camp between teams. You can just hard swap here, completely fine. Overwatch, we had to like go free cam to swap between teams every now and then because it's jarring to swap between teams like that in a game as fast as Overwatch.
And look at that, 303. They have sheriffs with armor, and of course.
Why am I talking about Overwatch? Because I'm from Overwatch. I got my start in Overwatch. That's all I'm gonna say. Dude. Alright. I know defending team is winning, but you should still keep looking at the attackers, what they're doing. Keep an eye on what they're doing. Where they're positioning. Who has what gun? Obviously, the Sova could have died. The Sova should have died to the I was gonna say Jet, but it's Viper. To the Viper. That's more likely, but the Sova does have a sniper. You're also being a little slow in terms of switching. You have to think fast. You see the silhouettes. You're looking at the silhouettes, actually. Yeah, you're looking at the silhouettes, but you're not looking at the minimap. The minimap is godlike. Trust me. Games like Overwatch and Rainbow Six, they don't have minimaps for the observers. Even in the high-end broadcasts like Overwatch League and the Rainbow Six leagues, they don't have minimaps. They have other observers that help call things out, but they don't have minimaps. Here, you have something that can tell you where everyone is. You know where they're going. You know which direction they're about to face. Like right now, you can be watching the Viper about to plant because she's right here on points. Here, we're gonna see the Yoru and the Jets get flanked by the Sage. You could be watching the blue Sage. This Jet is about to walk into a smoke, so it's not worth it for that one. You could be watching the plant, you could be watching the flank. This is fine. I did say you could be watching the flank, and you could be watching plants. That's my bad, even I'm wrong. But sometimes flanks are more worth it, to be honest. You don't have to catch the plants. You don't have to catch the plant or diffuse. Sometimes watching diffuse is great, but you don't always have to catch the plant because we can see it. We can see the UI change, and we can hear it too.
The attacker's pushing in, and this is dangerous yet again.
Balloon's with the knives is gonna come out. Yoshi's gonna end that run though.
Now we should be on defenders. This is not good. We should not be in a free cam right now. We should be watching the Reyna.
3K right now coming out of beside that.
This is not good. This is still not good.
They just don't need weapons. Maybe they just don't care. As now Eshwan is stuck.
If anything, you could turn on sightlines when you're in free cam, because that way we can see their line of sights and where the first bullet will be pointing. Oh, will be shooting through. That would be the hotkey R. And you miss the kill. Ascent. You still see the kill happen, which is fine, but you still missed it. We could have seen the Reyna clutch. This weird glitch of where you're this is a weird glitch, by the way, that I see. Don't worry about it. That's the game dev's fault. Okay, again. What do they have? What is gonna happen? Who has their ult? Who has what gun? There's an op on the board. An op is we all know, a huge gun that can cause some havoc. And a Jet has it. A Jet, who is usually aggressive, has it. We could be watching the Jet right now. We could also be watching the Yoru or the Sova. You're late. You swap to the killer perspective. Too late. This is fine. But you're late. Like, you should know that. Once you hear that op, you should find out who has the op, if you can, without pressing the scoreboard, and swap to them. Now it's fine. Like, you're still late, but it's fine now. It doesn't matter anymore. They're making plays. This person's making plays. Can he get the ace? That's another thing. It's a 1v4. You could be watching the Sova. Or you could do the Jet a favor and watch the Jet for the rest of the time, because they could be getting the ace. He gets the ace. That's fine. That's good.
5 rounds, it is able to get the
Oh,
single ace.
Don't press the right bumper. That thing is weird.
Yeah,
That is a weird button. It goes fast, but that's it.
Along with some right-click action on the classic.
Wrong button.
You are going to see Chauffeur on the other side. It's going to be Jet
Yeah.
versus Jet. Operators on the board.
Two ops.
Updraft into mid, possibly.
There are 2 ops on the board. You'll be watching one of the ops. You technically are right now, but where is the attacking team? Where are they going to push? Who is most likely to meet? These 3 are more likely to meet first. They don't have snipers. They have rifles. They're probably going to hit spray down each other, but still. You could be watching them right now. What the fuck? That should be... Wait, what? No. How is this not like a penalty? How is this not a bit? Like, they should not be able to... This should be against the rules, standing here. They're not even on the ice wall. This is too high for the ice wall.
Icebox map, a very nice wall to actually put that. Is he gonna get the jump? Gets the shot off, but can't find it.
It's fine that you got the miss. That's good information. But you should still be watching the attacking team, see where the attacking team is going. So this is fine right now.
That was one of them, just couldn't confirm.
Yeah, we are going to see a little bit of a B push here. The attacker starting to take
Also, stay hydrated.
players
No, stop. I wish I was actually there to tell you what to do.
As are our attacker starting to take 4 players into B main, start to push
Flanks.
side of yellow behind
Watch the
them.
flanks.
See if they can get any like walls up. As are our field of view lines on main, start to push.
Alright. Here's another thing about the minimap UI. So you see a circle here. Typically a circle means that there's a smoke. For Vipers, it will show where their smoke would be. And it will be transparent when it's off. It will become gray when it turns on.
The side of yellow behind them.
And right now, they could see each other.
Like walls up. As are our field of
Also, if you want, you could turn on vision cones. Unless the broadcast people told you to turn it off, then that sucks, but it'd be like that.
lines. On does take out works. So has been taken out. That's a key removal as of course the Hunter's Fury was available on board. That's now removed time being.
Alright. Going to keep watching this. Watching Jet hold the angle. You could be swapping 2 attackers right now. Probably not this attacker, more like the Yoru.
Well, Baloo says
That
we're
works
not
too.
even gonna
That's
touch
not
you
good,
now.
actually.
Alright, that's gonna be a nice little snap in the face. While
You don't have
a little
to-
bit of bait and switch.
Okay. Here's another thing that it's a bit of a... This one's more of a hot take. You don't have to watch the Sova ults. You don't have to watch the Sova... You don't have to watch the Sova's perspective when they ult. Because sometimes... A lot of times, actually, they don't get anything. If they do get something, great. If you think they get something, great. But sometimes they just do nothing. And other times watching the victim's perspective is more entertaining because they're probably dancing around, dodging, bobbing, and weaving the shots.
Blackheart is going to keep cover on their back while they making a rush. This could be 303's round to win. But
That's not good. That was not a good move, free cam wise.
slow move, though. They're more checking
This is still not good.
before they move an A.
Yeah,
If I was doing a free cam bot review, I would be a lot meaner because free camming is my role and is more of my specialty.
nice fake. Hunter's Fury comes through just to bait out.
This is fine. You catch the ults,
Defense, but Ash won a nice opening kill. Then you go
but keep watching the main map. See what's gonna happen.
and possibly taken out, but no, they're kept alive by the Sage. The Sage is taken
This
out.
is still fine because you are still getting the kills.
Ash goes out and takes the
That's okay.
Khan takes out Talyun. In comes this retake. It's a 3-1-3 now.
Oh,
Okay, now it's 1vs.
Looking to get a possible second ace with Spartan.
Not bad.
Away.
You got the spray down.
Can't do that to your teammate. They do take the round, but there's no way
You still got the kill,
Eshwan is robbed.
so that's fine. That completely nullifies.
Another round.
That completely nullifies doing the, not doing the 1vs.
This game is starting to look pretty rough here for the side of 303. You can see
All right.
Volpid NA come in.
So far, how the game is going, Vflight is going to destroy 303 for the rest of the half, especially this round, because of the buys and their economy, and the ultimates that they have.
into this game red hot right now. You can see multiples of their members coming out with
Yeah, sometimes watching the victims dance in free cam is fun too, but that's if you get the chance. But nonetheless,
two track, you know, the five.
now this is fine. You have chosen a good person
It's been
because on the main. Oh, God. Okay, again. I'll keep repeating this over and over for the rest of the VOD review. Jett has an op. She's holding down an angle. The attackers are looking towards to go down that same angle. The more entertaining thing to watch would be the blue Jett with the op holding that angle. All because she's about to see them come down that angle with an op in her hand. That's a lot more entertaining. Remember, as an observer, we are here to entertain. We are essentially entertainers. We're cameraman and directors at the same time.
phenomenal from them thus far.
Cameramen, sorry.
With that operator is going to
All right.
again, with it-
Where is the action?
In
This.
comes
Okay, there we
the
go.
knives, though, in this 303 side, and Shoker with him out. No,
Dying
first
shame.
this, though, by-
Okay, another thing that that all observers should know. If you get disappointed because they missed a kill or they died on your screen, there are many times where the player disappoints you. You don't disappoint the viewers. The players are disappointing everyone because they missed a kill or they died or they should have gotten a kill, but they didn't. You know. Most of the time players do disappoint, and it's not the observer's faults.
Blue is they're forced to back up, and down goes the great. Like, the ball's gonna go up as they are taking out.
Okay, this is fine. We see the silhouettes.
Eyes are available for
Now we could be watching the attackers still, like the plan.
yet another feed.
This is fine too. This is good information on how they're defending. But we could still be on the attackers because we haven't really seen them do anything, or at all, to be honest. It's all been defender this round. It's only defender this round. Like, look. The Viper is going back to check flank, and guess who's on the flank? The defender carry from the last round. Oh, wrong button.
when you only have 50 seconds left, it's nice.
You be watching Viper. You be watching Yoru. Anyone from the attacking team right now would be a good choice.
Or else you're just gonna have to rush.
Even the Jett who has her knives out.
Knives are out. Storm is ready to go. And
Like
they
that.
Find a choker. Takes out the operator. That should be the call to go straight in and plant. Yeah, you can already see it. Seeker in the poison. but can't
That's
get it.
unfortunate.
Oh, Spartan. But
That's unfortunate.
the poison is gonna
So this is something that you can't really avoid unless you hear it.
find find a choker. Takes out the operator. That should be the call to go straight in.
So you can barely hear it,
Or else you're just gonna have to
but there is a Viper snake bite hitting the ground. Maybe you have the casters in your ears and you can't really hear them too much. Like, you can't really hear them. Hear the thing. But you do see it visually. But this is also something that you can't, that is pretty unavoidable. You can't get all the kills, remember that. You can't get all the kills. But try to get as much as you can and tell a good story while doing it.
Can't get it. Oh, Spartan, a beautiful poison is gonna find it. I think
And the
that was
caster's
a
got
snake
you.
bite.
The caster's got
Oh,
you
that
covered
was
right there.
good. Now it's gonna be scary. Yoshi might wanna go for it.
This is fine.
He's gonna give it a shot.
Stay
Baits out
stay
the
here.
Hunter's Fury. That's the play
He's
that
killing a
he
penguin.
wants, but Choker
And he
takes out
dies.
Spartan. Follow through. Choker gets 3. That's 3 down to 9. Might turn around another ace, but Echelon takes out Yoshi now.
Alright.
2-on-1. Has to get it right down.
We should be watching the jet
If
now.
he gets the
Good.
ace, he wins it out, and he knows time is not on his side. They're gonna bait it. He's gonna bait it. He's gonna run. Echelon, can you make it away around the corner? He goes. He is.
Why
3,
did
but
he-
That's going to be
Oh,
time.
this
and the
time.
run out is just too good. Echelon, with the time expiring, is going to keep.
Ability of that.
All right.
And that just feels bad.
Scoreboard,
man.
where?
Joker had 4 kills on the round.
スコアボードはどこですか?
Could not get the 5th. This Echelon just turned tail.
I don't see it. This is something that you have to keep in mind, especially if you're solo. There we go. Yeah. Holding tab between rounds. Oh, I got nothing from that. I saw an AWP and that's it. Okay. Even round. But should we sign the scoreboard between each round, see what's gonna happen?
Very, very smart, especially against a blade sword. Right?
The
You
tab
have
should
to
be
give
a
credit
habit.
to not chancing that
Also, you
blade
could be watching
sword.
Red Jet right now instead of the Blue Jet.
Op coming out again as Balloon.
Yes, I know the blue team is winning. It's pretty much stomping on them right now, but still.
Shot around the corner, they go and can't find the kill. So it is gonna be
This is
all five
fine,
members surviving
because we're
the
watching the
initial
blue jet
entry.
pretty much dodging
Viper
everything.
on the wing.
Well, trying to dodge that owl drone.
Going to try and do here.
Keep in mind the flank.
Oh,
This is fine, this is fine.
yes, and that's gonna be a pick. Yoshi gets one, but not before taking out
Why
one
are
for
you...
himself.
What? Yeah.
More again. Question
Okay,
marks
there we
for
go.
the spread. Full inside of Volpits.
If you freak out, try not to freak out. I don't really have much advice for that.
0-3. Got the inside.
But try to keep a calm, cool head. If you miss something, if someone dies on your screen, or there's a lot of action that you're not getting, try not to freak out. Try not to pause and drop your pasta or spaghetti or whatever you drop. Try to keep a calm and cool head, because there's always something happening, and it will only stop until the round is over or the game's done.
Attack for A.
This is still not good. We are watching nothing. This is not a good perspective right now.
But in comes the retake Echelon. Throws out that blinding eye. Orc does get the kill onto 303 Blackheart. Down goes Sova.
That's fine.
Another Sova. Echelon does turn it back though. It's up
You
4
cut off a
versus
little
2.
too soon.
That blinding eye. Orc does get the kill on
Like,
303 Blackheart.
the Reyna
Down
saw
goes
the
Sova.
stage,
Another Sova. Echelon does turn it back though. It's
and we just saw her for saw the stage
out.
again for like half a
Blinding
second.
eye. Orc does get the
Maybe
kill
less.
onto 303 Blackheart. Down goes Sova to the up.
Keep on it. There are times when you do need to like stay on a player, and there are also times when you just get unlucky because they die right as soon as you switch. Some, that was you could have avoided that. 1vx. 1vx.
4 versus 2. Sinker gets one. Con Artist with another. The spike's being defused. But Con Artist gets this as well. Con Artist with
You had time to go to the 1.
Was a pretty clean one. Though they did,
Alright.
lose 3 members.
Let me see that scoreboard.
Right, the hold was
Let me see it.
and then just the
Good. We need to study this. Right now, the economy is kind of okay for blue team. It's kind of okay, but it's more of an eco round for them. Don't know why they're buying rifles. They could be buying for their teammates actually.
reclaim like they
Yep.
have in the opening rounds, right?
But
That was
okay, this is good.
I want to say Volpit.
This is good for them.
So being able to give the site
It's kind of an even round right now. The blue jet is going to use her ultimate here. We hear it. We hear the Viper ults. Where are we watching? What are we watching right now? Good. We're watching something at least. That's good information for us.
Yeah, we're seeing the Viper put up on A. They're just going to try and lock that down. They pushed it all the way forward into the
Alright. We're watching the red jet stare down an alley. That's kind of fine, but we could go back. We could go to Silva, go back to the Viper. Never mind, we should have gone back to the Viper. We could be going to the two people that are on A right now. Alright, you see this? You could be on the Sage. Because she has a higher view. There we go. Now we go back to the Viper. Viper. Red Viper. Bang.
Hold up. There's a kill. Khan has pushed the tunnel and taken control of kitchen. Blues is looking the wrong way. Oh no, now they're not. Joker is behind.
You could be still watching the Viper go around.
Nova is sitting directly below them. Oh no, it gets black. Not Joker.
Or you could be watching Silva.
Are they ready? Yellow.
Like, actually, yeah. This, another thing about Valorant that sucks that we're trying to change, that I want them to change, is that the person you're highlighted turns yellow, so you can't really tell what color team they're on. We're trying, we'll outright change it where it's still the same color, but there's like a yellow outline around the color. And right now, there's two people on top of each other. So you did choose a good place. Sadly, you just got the wrong perspective. And that was more of a 50-50. Let's keep looking at the minimap. What's happening on the minimap? Viper just picked up the bomb. The spike. The Sage. It's a fully fledged fake. Oryx is not ready for it. The spike. And then we go to the blue side now because they have to push.
Not ready at all, and now with all 5 members up, they have plenty of time to bait this out. And again, it's a Sova.
They have to push. They have to win. This is fine.
Side,
seeing him die like that's fine.
Absolutely nothing.
And that's completely normal.
Flawless.
That is completely normal. Seeing them die as soon as you get to them in the 1vs, that's fine.
Morale is all important as you head into the latter half of your first half. It sets the tone for the second.
So yeah, the Viper. So okay, that's a good point. So the Viper ulted in beginning of the round. You don't have to swap. Don't swap to her immediately. You have to, again, look at the minimap. The minimap is your best friend. She has ulted around here on A. But who's on A? The red team is only pushing 2 people, and there's no one else on A besides the Viper. If there were more people heading towards the Viper pit, then you could swap to the Viper. Or, yeah, if there's like more people going into the Viper pit here. I don't know why I just drew the number 6 in Japanese, but if there are more people around the Viper pit pushing into it, then you can watch the Viper because she can see better in there. But right now, there's nothing. You don't have to watch the Viper because there's nothing happening over here. Like, no. Now if the Yoru and Sage start pushing, then yeah, you can. Yeah, like right now is fine. Like, seeing this right here is fine. And then like, I know action just happened, but the Sage is now pushing through the Viper pit. Swapping to her then would have been, swapping to her would have been okay at the same time. Not as okay, but still okay. Alright, I'm not going to say the same thing again. Alright, good. We're watching... Okay, another thing that I have to say about fundamentals. Yeah, we obviously know that the attacking team has to do something. But there's like one person defending, and most of the attacking team is going to go for this defending side. Who would you watch? Who is the easier perspective to get for action? Would it be one of the 4? Where you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting action? Or would you get the one that's solo defending? That's more of 100% action right there. You'll get the one defending, solo defending, because they have their ways of defending that area, that one choke point or whatever. Obviously, they die, but at least we caught them like attempting their defense. Oh, when did that happen? When did that flank happen? Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, that's a hard choice. I did not see that. I did not see that. During this whole time, that she's running, they're pushing, and that's a thing. That's also another thing about observing, is that we can get tunnel vision on what's on screen here, which is fine at times, because sometimes we can just observe through silhouettes, but other times like this, especially beginning of the round, the mini-map again is our best friend. So it's unfortunate that we missed that, but we don't always get every kill. If you do, that's great. That's amazing.
Again, it's a full route. You can see the full rotation coming out. This is going to be 303 noticing this quite possibly.
Okay, we could be watching a plan.
They're not. Huge arrow straight down. That mid, though, they're like, listen.
We're not getting anything. We're seeing a lot of objects. We now see the Sage, but she's tiny now. There's not much happening. We're just getting a nice overview of the map. Okay. They see the jet. That's fine. Alright, Reyna just ulted. You should be watching 1vs. Nope, never mind. When did the Yoru get over there? I'm tunnel visioning myself on this VOD review. The Yoru is pushing up through the kitchen tunnel. Okay. Yeah, even I make mistakes. I'm not perfect.
Take a look over at 305 to see if they can tie it up here.
Alright.
If they're able to go from a 6-1 to a 6-6, that
This
is
is
a
fine.
fantastic first half for them.
This is still fine. Yep. Oh. This is where the player is disappointing us. He saw it, but he didn't take the chance. I know he was falling, but still. Oh, this is good. You should be watching the Yoru ult right now. What's he doing? What's he doing? Oh my god, he had a clear shot on the jet who was running away from the Sova ults. My god. You're getting the perspectives right now. You're getting good perspectives. That was a little weird to watch at the end. So you got this aim side swap. But who do you swap to? You swap to the guy who is behind a pillar in the smoke screen. Again, map layout, map knowledge, game sense. Alright. You should be real quick on what's happening. So you're watching this. Then you look at the main map. And then you see who you should click on. Yeah, so this is a weird thing, but yeah. So like you're here, you're looking at the center or what's on screen. Then you look on the mini map. And if you don't have the numbers on, which you don't, it's a CS:GO thing. You don't need it on. A good observer doesn't need the numbers. Overwatch observers and Rainbow Six. You look at the mini map and then you see who you want to observe. If you can remember who is on what button, great. That's great. And then you should make a choice there. CS:GO observers need handicaps. Sorry, that's me being a little salty. Not salty. Actually, yeah, it's toxic. It's more toxic than salty. But the numbers do help. It makes it a lot easier. It just doesn't look that good on a natural broadcast.
You are the side of Volpe who works
But if it,
Close to getting a
but
round
if you want it on and the
You were up.
production
You
doesn't
were
really
at
care too
6
much, that's fine.
ultimately
Go for it.
2 extra rounds, and you were gonna
It does make it a lot
fight
easier.
in the next half. Yeah, you'll take the time.
All right, buys again. We got like 2 bulldogs, a vandal, specter, and a marshal on defending side. While we have rifles and an op. Red team could win here. Red team can win here, but blue team has a good chance as well. Ah. Yeah, again, players disappoint. Now should be on the Yoru. Good. Alright, Yoru, don't disappoint me. Nice. Oh, oh, oh. Oh! He's not disappointing! Ah, but that was good. That was good from him. Yeah, that was good. That was good catch to go to the Yoru there. Now who do you go to? You catch the Sage ulting. That's fine. We're on defenders now. They have to retake. This is good. This is good so far. Now you're on 1v8s. Take your hands off the keyboard here. Nice. Now you can put them back. Put your hands back on the keyboard. Alright, now we're on the half. Here, fly around all you want. Pull up the scoreboard. Yep.
I hate to admit it, but I think 303 were just kind of warming up because you saw it. You can see
Okay,
it on the
the guys just are talking, saying that they're warming up.
half, 1 round win.
Wow, I'm already an hour into the stream. Haha. Hour-long VODs with Vflight.
Slowly started rolling in 303's favor, and not just that, it looked cleaner and cleaner every single time. Every single time they started to lose.
All right.
Fury members, it started to look even better. Started to get those kills from 303 sides as well. Now I'm
What the
really
heck?
worried for this attacking side. I want
We should be watching attackers again now.
able to contest with the defense. I want to see them be able to pull off strong attacking sides.
You gotta be
as well.
quick.
And if they use a tempo change,
You gotta like make sure. You gotta be so quick that you can actually go up to people and like, don't catch his hands. Or I will never do that again. But don't catch. Make them quick. Make sure you're quick on your reactions. On your choices as well. Obviously, that's not a life. That's not a life advice thing. Sometimes you gotta like take it slow. But here, a lot of times you gotta be fast.
hey, to their advantage, slow pace, fast pace, mix it up with this.
This is fine. This is good. That's good. Pistol rounds are chaotic, so it's kind of hard to get anything. It's easier to get it from the attacker's perspective instead of the defenders. Damn. Damn. This is fine. You're watching a flank and she dies. How did she not die? Oh my god. Okay, now you take your hands off the keyboard here. Nice, nice. Reload. No.
As they do tap, but in goes the Viper Snake Flight. In goes, oh no,
No. Yeah, that's where you press shift. Shift was at 7? Yeah, shift 7.
I don't think you would have had it anyway, but that's just a terrible way to die. Hashtag dumb ways to die.
The hashtag dumb ways to die. Okay, so what you got here, like, aside from the transition to the free camp here, like what you got here is good. Like, this is really good. It doesn't matter if you were on the 1v8s or not. Because we saw what was going to happen, it didn't matter. The setup, the pulse plants, defense setup, and the sage is like, the red sage. They both die actually, what the heck? The red sage should have just gotten that easy. The red sage didn't even kill her! The blue sage just like walked into the viper bite, the snake bite. Just like touched and died. Oh my god, it's like, you just blow on someone, he's like, oh, my neck. I need a chiropractor at one point in my life.
No, I wouldn't say dumb. He stuck the back of his heel on that poison and got killed. That hurts, right? That's not even like a dumb way to die. That's just an unfortunate way to die. You had 1 HP, you accidentally toe the water, and you're like, oh, well, guess I'm dead, so.
Alright.
Agreed.
I had to
Didn't
send a
seem like there was
message,
way to win,
but
it's a
nonetheless.
valiant attempt. Right now, the opening round, of course, going the
Okay,
way
again, we
of
could be
this
watching the
squad.
attacks right now.
They
Good,
need
good.
another rush like before. They control the tempo here. That is a great thing to see.
I really do hope you took a look at the buys here, because there's someone
Right now, the
with
opening
a
round,
shotgun.
of course, going the way of this Volbit squad. They need another rush
Okay,
like before.
it didn't show that she had a shotgun, but you can see in the silhouettes,
Control the tempo here. That is
the
a great thing
blue
to
Viper
see
has
on
a shorty in her hand. She's holding inside of a cubby. She has her Viper wall up. She's essentially solo defending right now. So, right now, they can't see her if it's up, which I believe it still is. She has a shorty. I can't draw on my right hand, I'm sorry. But, yeah, that's a shorty right there. Yeah! That's like a dog, actually. Yeah, I went to art school. Yeah, I don't draw so well. I don't go to art school for drawing. But, she is either going to blast at Reyna, or the Reyna's going to blast her. We'll see. Are they smart? Oh!
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, Balloon.
Okay, you know what? That completely makes up for not watching the Viper there.
We see you. Now you're dead. Seeker says, no, that's revenge time. Now we're going to see it is a 3-on-4.
Alright, Yoru. You should be on the Yoru. Good. Oh, that's a good flash. Ah.
But Yoshi gets Spartan.
Oh, he gets a hit off that. A tiny little hit through the wall. Through the corner of the wall. Now go to the red team. Good. No. No. I'm like backseat observing. I just realized that. But I'm like I'm in the past. Not in the past, but you're in the past and I'm in the future, so I don't know. So you can't hear me. This is fine. They see something. Could be watching defenders right now. Could be watching the Sova. Yoru. Yoru's fine. Still fine. Alright, now it's 1vs. What's gonna happen? How's she gonna die? How's she gonna get kills? She dies here. Again, if you get the kill, it does make up for it, but still. There are other times when it's like too much clutch potential where you don't want to swap. But that was fine. Alright. Man, these rounds go fast. I think. Or I'm just talking too much. Probably talking too much. Faster. As soon as that timer hits 0 or those walls goes up, you should be on a player perspective. This is fine. You're watching the defenders. This is still not fine. Doing that kind of transition. I'll keep saying it until the VOD's over. But this view is fine. This is good. That's sad. That's a little disappointing from the player. Is looking like a solid round victory for the side of 303 on the defensive. Great. Yoshi's gonna go wide through. Nice little blind into a 3K. Ah, the reload. Ran out of ammo. Ah, but he still get the defuse. That was good. That was good. Except for the freaking transition, that was good. We've all been there. Okay, attackers are going through mid. They're not touching this place right now. Majority attackers are going through mid, so you should be watching the majority. The minority of the players can be watched later if they're doing something, if they're what you believe is close to action. That's good. That was a good catch. I would prefer having vision cones on, to be honest. It helps a lot. Obviously, it does clutter out the map, but sometimes vision cones are great to have, especially like so. From a game design perspective, So, right now, I believe this is how it works. Right now, the jet is on a high ground, and there's a smoke. The smoke is most likely... Oh, that's an eraser. Clear. The smoke is most likely right here below her. If she was in the smoke... Yep. Her vision would be cut off. So, in the minimap, her vision will be like this. That would be her vision cone. But since she's on top, since she's above the smoke, her vision cone, if it was on, would be kind of like that. So vision cones can help a lot. It can definitely help help you what's going on when it's kind of slow. When it gets fast and there's like everyone on point, there's a lot of colors. So it has its pros and cons. At this moment, it would help a lot. During like team fights, it wouldn't. So you got a good catch here. That was a really good play from this player. And good catch from you. Yeah, see? The smoke is right below her, not obstructing her vision. And in the main map, it would show that it's not obstructing her vision. Or at least that's how I think the game design works. If it doesn't, then that's something that they need to fix. That's not good. You're going through walls. That's also something that some of the observers who worked with Riot, like me, and Yeti, Sapphire, and Prius, we've told them that we don't want to be clipping through the walls when we're in free cam. That's something that they know that we want. Are they working on it? We don't know. It could be like, hey, can I have this? Yeah, sure. Let me put in the pile of things I need to do in that. And it's like at the bottom of the pile, but still. Working games is hard, just so you know. If you think a bug happens and you're saying that Riot's too lazy to fix it, you probably have never worked in game development. You probably don't even know how a game even works. You know how to play the game, but you probably don't know how to actually how to put it together, you know? And how to fix it from a technical standpoint. Okay, this is fine. This is good. We have good perspective. Good. Now we should be on defenders because they have rotated. That's unfortunate. She saw the head of the jet last second and tried to drop and turn away.
You know, I don't think Khan meant to do that.
That
You
was...
see the little squiggle at the end with the mouse, I think it was like, oh crap, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, pretty much what the caster's saying, like, oh crap. Okay. Red team should ideally win this round. Now look at the defender's perspective, defender's positions. They're kind of aggressive. The blue sage is kind of aggressive right now. Yeah, you chose good. You had somewhat of a logical choice of going to this Viper right here. She would have seen these two if they were not in the pipe. Which is why I don't like Icebox, because this one area right here I don't like, because it kind of confuses me. But you know, that's me. So your logic is sane. I have no idea why the rain is back at her spawn like that, actually. That was weird. It's like that one time 100 Thieves had like their one player just sit and spawn and do nothing. Anyways, we should be on... Okay, that's good. Then the red jet. Is it last person? Last person alive. You can watch the plant here. Okay, that's fine. And now you just take your hands off the keyboard now that you're on the last person. Ooh, sees an elbow. Peekaboo. See?
A little peek around the corner. Listen,
Too bad the rain is gonna kill her.
Fine, and S1 says, nope.
That's fine. You stay on her. You probably knew or
Stoker got one.
if you did know the Reyna's going killer, staying on the jet was still a good idea. Little high risk, high reward kind of thing.
It just feels like
And here, there's not a high enough
but a nice round
punishment
nonetheless from
for getting off the one.
10
It's extremely difficult, and it's going to be that ping pong effect now. You kind of go back and forth with the
Alright.
recon and
Red team's going A.
this round again. You are going to be stuck in a bad hole once you know.
That was kind of okay.
It's gonna be
That
ping
was
pong
kind of
effect
okay.
now. You kinda-
Are you studying the score? Are you studying the scoreboard?
it's
You better be after this VOD review,
It's extremely difficult, and it's going to be that ping pong
because there's a
effect.
jet with an op,
Kinda go back and forth
and you saw her get on the tunnel, get on top of the tunnel before, or at least one of the jets.
you know,
They might do it again,
this round again, you're gonna be
which
stuck
they
in a
kind of
bad
did.
hole.
Wait, what the heck did they do? I need to see this again. Okay. Everyone's attention, look over here. There should be a jet
It's gonna be that
peeking
ping
right
pong
now.
effect You kinda go back and
Peek.
forth.
How's she peeking?
You know,
She's doing the glitch thing again. That. If I was running a tournament, that would have been like. If that gotten something that influenced the round, that would have been like a penalty. They would lose a round point in my opinion.
if you lose this round again, you are gonna be stuck in a bad
That should not be
hole
allowed.
Once you know, Volbus hit that magic point in front of the ultimate, so they're gonna open up with the series. He's just going to
This is
find
fine.
a Balloons goes
That's
straight
good.
through and annihilates the Sova.
Aw,
Oh
you could've
my
stayed a
lord,
little bit.
Balloons, are you freaking kidding me? The most
Oh, he
impressive
missed.
one of this right there
Aw.
on the flight, but still finishes it. That is a
That's good, that's
3K.
good.
He's finally taken
That
out,
was
but not before the
huge.
damage is done. Would you know freaking kidding me?
What did
The
you try to
most
do here?
impressive one of this right there on the flight, but
Okay.
still finishes
She
it.
dies.
That is
Should
a
be
3K.
immediately. Should be seeing who else is left. Get to the Viper.
Finally taken out, but not before the
Did
damage
you
is
try to
done.
go free game there?
Would you know it? 4 members
I really
still
hope you didn't mean
alive,
to.
And they will take their 11th round.
Yeah, that's the Blade Storm plus
No,
W
don't you dare
combo.
switch.
Sometimes
Good.
that's really all you need.
And off from where you are and start the free
Self-Valorant,
camp.
and
That's
that is
unfortunate.
just
It's going through the
some
building right there.
ultimate action we see, and that's just rude. You have to feel bad if you're on the 3
All right, ultimates. Blue team is at a disadvantage right now, but they have ultimate spray to use.
Syrian, that's like the go signal for Balloons. It's just like, listen, I know where you are. It's gonna be very easy. Drops his face, and then the third kill, right? The
Attacker
right
team
click
goes.
did catch him on the slice,
Blue
and then the
Jet
right
is
click
being
was
aggressive,
classic. It's just like
very
always
aggressive.
possible
You could be
about
watching her
situation.
or the
So,
red
very well
Viper,
done,
but
Singer
yeah, should have
still
been
wants
watching
to
the red
put up a
jet there.
fight. Double dash in, Balloons is
This is
trying
fine.
his best to find Singer again,
That's
very,
good.
very low, and is able to find one. Blackheart takes out Oryx, but it's still a 3 on.
How
3,
did the
but
others
it
die so
still wants
fast?
to put up a fight. Double dash in,
What the
Balloons
heck?
is trying his best.
I completely forgot that's my sub sound. I'm sorry to people who are watching the VOD. But thank you, Days Dreams, for the Twitch Prime sub. Yeah. Thanks, daughter. Hi. Sorry, like... Streamlabs is being weird. Oh god. Oh no. Oh. What's going on to my Streamlabs? It's lagging. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we really hope Riot release their HUD for the VCT or build it into the game. It provides more info. This, yeah. So they probably won't. I work at Riot, kinda. I'm contracted by Riot. Most likely they're not gonna do it for like another year or two. Because when the thing is still going through its bug phases, it has a lot of bugs that most people don't know about, and they fix before every VCT. But it has its own bugs, and it's always still changing. And it uses the right API, so they don't want some random people getting their hands on the API and make a better UI. You know, they don't want to be outdone by random people that don't work for them. That's the business side, I think. Building it into the game, that's another thing. Like, it's, yes, they could do that, but at the same time, why would they do that? Because right now, what we're doing right now, what the HUD we're using right now, works perfectly fine as it is. Does it give us more information? Does it give us the same amount of information as the VCT HUD? No. But it still gives us, it still pretty much does its job. So they probably won't use the thing. They won't release the thing for a while at least. I could be wrong. They could release it tomorrow and I could be completely wrong.
But it's still a 3-on-3. Viper Pit is up. I believe that's
Caught on
probably over
4K.
eight. So we are
It's not 4K, it's actually 1080p. How did people die so fast?
So very well done, but Sinker
Okay,
still
yeah.
wants to put up a fight. Double dash in, lose.
Kills Sage.
Again, very, very low.
Ah, okay. Right at the same time, there was a fight. What the? No, I didn't buy it, bro. Didn't mean to select the Tets. Okay. There's a fight that happened between these two, which happened at the same time, so
And he's able
it's
to
forgivable
find
that you
one.
can get
Blackheart
that.
takes out Oryx, but it's still a 3-on-3. Viper Pit is up. I believe that's all the way over on 8. So we are going to see 303 try and push their way.
And again, you didn't have to watch it. It's fine that you didn't watch the Viper Pit here because no one did anything on A. It did absolutely nothing.
Not ready for them. In comes the fight, but Ash1 wins. Just gotta feel bad for Show.
Again, it would have been better if you were catching in perspectives right now, but that was a good catch on the free cam view.
It's gonna have to be the full shots like that, defenders. And when you're used to defending for
Okay.
most of the half, you have to attack a site. Time
player
clock.
standing.
It's gonna be difficult, especially when Calhoun hits shots.
That's fine.
Like that.
This is fine.
Dome on a con, looking for another. Calhoun
Match
doubles
point.
up.
Well, map point, not
You're
match point.
On match point, you can at least buy if you are 303, right? That is the good thing. Going into a deciding someone might be on the
All right.
that.
I'm guessing this is the last part of the map. Yeah, they go for another round, I think. Nonetheless,
But
we could be watching
have
the
some
Blue
rounds to
Viper.
work with. Question is, how quickly are you going to
Faster,
because it
faster.
seems like Wolf and Blood pushing pretty quick. They do find Khan. I think they get the frag though. He is hiding in a wait. Doesn't blind as he is gonna run, so he has made it out safely.
The Blue
Full
Viper,
five-member
the
rotate
Sage,
with one on the flank to the side
is
of
fine
Blue.
here. Or it could be, now is better time for attackers. Like the Red Viper here.
Attacking Viper Pit as well. Voltage looking to take this mark against one.
That's a good catch.
Taking out the Balloons, doubles up. Connor doubles and doubles it.
That's fine.
They're taken
Now,
out. It's a triple for 2
we
players.
watch the Blue Jet.
Only the Jet available on the defending side, and they're stuck in mid. There's gonna be the spike plant.
This one has a clutch.
In
If you,
comes the
I'm
Shogun.
guessing they win this round because it is a clutch moment. This is winnable.
Time left on the spike.
No, no, no. We don't see them now. We don't see silhouettes.
In the
Ah,
pocket and you run into the
that was
crossfire.
jarring. That was not good to look. That was not easy to look at. This is a 1vx. This is map point. This jet has to do a clutch or they're kicked. You know, it's a clutch or kick kind of moments. They have to win this round to keep going, or they lose the map. Yes, that booty though is nice, but still, you could have been. You should have stayed on the 1vs. Whether they win or lose, that's the story. That's the potential clutch. This is a heartbreaking moment. It's good to catch the heartbreaking moments. That's our job as observers. We're supposed to be the cameramen and directors to entertain the viewers and give the viewers the best experience of the esport that we're observing. So she dies. Kind of fortunate because she shot the railing, which was like less damage to him.
Pocket and you run into the crossfire is too good.
Now you're free camming, which you don't have to be.
Volpid and A take
Alright. Let's pull up a notepad. Okay, cool. Things for you to work on, Mith. You have to work on your fundamentals, essentially. Watch the mini-map more to get a better read of the situation. study the scoreboard to help you plan out the round, or guess how the round will end. Do not swap to free cam from POV. That looks weird. Instead, use shift plus and what was it? Player number to cut to a preset free cam angle. Stick on the 1 and the 1VX. These are the most general fundamentals I can give right now. You are a decent observer. You're getting there. I know you're new, so where you are now is fine. But you can be better. You can get up there. Another thing is something that you have to learn is game sense and map knowledge. Game sense and map knowledge will help you a lot figure out who is going to do what, who is going to get the kill. It'll help you analyze the My wife just celebrated something. I had no idea what it is, and I hope it's not involving anime horse girls. But anyways, game sense and map knowledge will help you plan out the round when you're setting the scoreboard. Like, if they have the ultimate, the jet has enough money to buy a rifle and some utility, but chooses not to and played around as she is. But she has her ultimate. What's she gonna do? She's gonna use her ultimate instead of an actual gun, and potentially steal a gun away from them and buy an op next round. Like that. That's game sense. Map knowledge is figuring out where the walls are, what the angles that they're going to be playing. Sticking on the 1vs is a high risk, high reward kind of thing. But it's actually kind of a low risk. It's more of a low risk, high reward. Low risk because you're still going to get action. And it's a high reward if they clutch up. If they clutch up real good. Like this one CSGO play that happened like a couple months ago. I could show on stream. But yeah. And cutting from a player POV to a free cam is very weird because you're coming out of their heads. That's why it's best to have a second observer so that the technical director, producer, or the second observer, if they set up like that, can cut to them instead of you having to do this weird jarring thing of going outside players' heads. Or you could do the player number, the preset camera thing. And main map. Main map is your friend. That is your best friend. That is like your second brain right there. If it glitches out, that is not on you. And one big thing that once you get used to it and you start going, I missed that kill. Sometimes the player disappoints. And it's not your fault. Yeah, that's it. That's all the fundamentals for you. I'm going to stop the recording because I don't want it to take up my hard drive. And yeah, that's it for the VOD review. I'm gonna play that CSGO clip after I end the recording because it's so nice, it's so good.